Yeah. All right. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? So we're going to be starting shortly, and I'd love to have us do a bit of introduction. And I'll start from my far left. They will take in turns to just mention our names and our classes. All right. So yes, lady with the cap.
Hello, everyone.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Did you hear? Okay, go again.
My name is Daniel.
Oh,
I'm from River State and I'm studying the course full stack web. Sorry.
all right.
Thank you.
Welcome, happiness. Yes, please. Yes, your name and class, please.
My name is Mahabat. I'm taking a class on data analysis.
Oh, you're welcome, Prosper. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Glory, okay.
I'm taking the course full stack web.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm Diction. I'm from River State. I'm taking the class on data analysis. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
My name is Daniel. I'm from Anambra State.
All right, you're welcome. Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is First to Second.
Sorry, can we have one house, please? Yes, go ahead.
Studying cybersecurity.
Oh, good to meet you. Good morning.
River State. I'm studying from cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity. All right.
My name is Ogwege. I'm studying UI design.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, great to meet you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
River State. I'm studying cybersecurity.
Sorry, your name is what again?
Gloria.
Gloria. Okay. Good to meet you, Gloria. Yes, please.
Morning, everyone. My name is Ifeanyi Chukukaka from River State, Digital Management and Content Development.
Amazing. Amazing. Yes, please.
Good
morning.
I'm from River State. Studying multimedia.
Multimedia. Nice. Yes, please.
My name is Glory Livingston Abubado, married to River State,
Oh, okay.
studying data analysis.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Morning. Who's that? Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My
Morning.
name is Austin from Delta State. I'm offering data analysis.
Good to meet you. Yeah. Morning. Sorry, say what? Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Omeri Queen Blessing.
Yeah.
I'm studying digital marketing and content development.
Oh, amazing. Good to meet you.
Morning, everyone.
Yeah, morning. Good to meet you. Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, all that. I'm from River State.
Okay. Sorry, can we have one house? Hello. Can we have one house, please? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Anna Foster
No,
from River State. I'm studying full stack.
who's stack you up there? All right. Yeah, please.
Good morning, all.
Morning.
I'm from River State. My name is
Nice.
Studying UI design.
Amazing. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Henry Kesiba. I'm from Rivers State, Egin Community, studying cybersecurity. Thank you.
Hey.
Everybody,
Good morning.
it's Pastor Destiny. I'm studying graphics and product design.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My
Morning.
name is Esther Alex Ibewo. I'm studying digital marketing.
Development. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm studying data analytics.
You're welcome. Yeah, please.
Morning, all.
Sorry,
I'm
morning.
not Susan Harrison. I'm studying data analysis.
Data analysis. Yeah.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Susan. I'm studying cybersecurity.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Fred Maxwell.
Mhm.
I'm studying data analytics. I
Nice,
represent the many community.
nice, nice. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Oluchukwu Innocent, and I'm studying UI.
Amazing, amazing. All right. Once again, welcome to today's class. And it's a class that we would have to be talking with each other. It's going to be a conversational one. All right. And I trust that I would learn from you and you would also learn from me. All right. And if you look through the pattern of the courses we have been taking you through on, yes, it may not necessarily be as related to your skill, the skill you have come for. But in the long run, without these basics, you may struggle at the end of the day in trying to either get a job or become an entrepreneur yourself. All right. And so that's why what we'll be looking at today is LinkedIn optimization. And the reason why we want to do that is because as a techie, when you begin to apply for roles or jobs, one of the first things they would ask you for is your LinkedIn URL. And what happens when you don't have one? All right. So before we start, let's get to know me. My name is Iwinosa Favor Ayende Okuge, and I'm from Edo State. And sometime in 2021, I'm from Edo State. Yeah. Sometime in 2021, I was awarded Data Analytics Skill Voice by LinkedIn. And in 2020, I was also awarded the Young Personality of the Year award by the iconic brands. And I have trained over 1,500 participants, including senior management on data analytic. Sorry, I need to, okay. Yeah. On data analytics, data literacy, Microsoft Office tools, and advanced presentation skills. I have led several teams in building robust analytical and problem-solving solutions across various industries. I currently serve as a visiting lecturer to the University of Port Harcourt. I have been featured on cable news headline as the third best in a data analytics competition. I've published over 7+ articles on data analytics related concepts. And I have been the data analytics lead trainer across various industries, including the MIS training organized by the World Bank Center of Excellence in Oilfield Chemical Research and the Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Office of the University of Port Harcourt. In 2024, I was the project lead for the SME Assembly held in Lagos State. And at Speedlink here, I serve as a training coordinator I also serve as the data analytics team lead, and I also serve as the business development lead. And at Speedlink here, though we are young, but we encourage everybody to own our own business. And so it's safe to say I'm also a businessman. All right. And so that's about Iwinosa. And I trust that aside all of this plenty portfolio, we'll still get to, interact with one another. All right. So moving on. Sorry. So briefly, this is the outline we're going to be looking through in the next couple of hours for this first session. Why should we be talking about LinkedIn? What are the essentials of LinkedIn? How do you expand your network? How do you build your personal brand? We'll also talk about job hunting on LinkedIn. And then as time would permit us, we'll look at some advanced features, common mistakes to avoid, and then we'll look through conclusion and possibly questions and answers. All right. So I have a bit of ground rules. I love that my students are actually punctual. I also love that my students have an open mind. Yes, you may have an account with LinkedIn before, but just act as if you don't have one. I also love that we have one class and then everybody is participating fully. I love that we also have respect for each and every one of us. And then for those of us online, by all means, please try to mute your mic always. And then if you have a question, you can either use the chat box or raise your hand before you speak. And please, by all means, do well to ask questions. Yep. This is a paid class. You are still snapping this one too. All right, so yeah, this is a paid class. It is not free. You are either paying with your time, you're either paying with your energy, even those of us who are sponsored. You're either paying with your time, you're either paying with your energy. For those of us online, you're either paying with your data, you're either paying with your power supply, your mind, or even your money. However, it is not a free class. So you are either paying something to get it. And so please do not take it lightly. All right. Straight to the business for the day. Why LinkedIn? Why not Facebook? Why not Instagram? Why not TikTok? Why not they stopped using to go, Abi? It's not active, yeah. Okay. So why not to go? Why not WhatsApp? Why not? I mean, there are a plethora of other, social media platforms that you can leverage on. But why LinkedIn? And the reason why it has to be LinkedIn as a professional, as a techie, as a tech boy, as a tech bro, as a tech sis, is because LinkedIn has over 900 million users worldwide, making it the largest professional, emphasis on professional networking platform. I don't think whenever you go to apply for a role, or if for those of us who may have tried, I don't think people or HR would ask you for maybe your Instagram handle or your Facebook handle, except they want to do background checks. However, the most asked platform for probably your portfolio or your background would be LinkedIn. And so it makes it the largest professional networking platform. It's a place to showcase your professional brand, connect with industry peers, and access global opportunities. When I started out in data analytics, I didn't have that opportunity. In fact, all the jobs I applied for, when I get to the last stage of it, they just try to tell me that somebody has been picked. Until a fateful day, I was poached from LinkedIn. And when I was contacted, I was told that they have been following my story from day one when I started out. And so I now remember that when I started out in data analytics, from the very first day, I went to LinkedIn and I said, hey, everyone, I have just started learning data analytics. And from then on, I made it a duty. I made it my own office. Every morning, I would go there. Hi, I'm about resuming. This is what I have done. This is it, and all. Now, here's what that does. People are interested in stories. People are carried with emotions. I was stuck with this problem. Who can help me who can help me figure this out? LinkedIn is that sort of place where you have like minds. If you're in the full stack class or you're in the UI UX, you'll find every the word Dick and Harry or Tom and Harry now. You find every person on LinkedIn. And so it's one good place you want to actually start at. Of course, there are different portfolio platforms where you can, some of them are maybe free, maybe paid, but LinkedIn continues to stand out. All right. And so over 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to source and vet candidates. I was discussing with my boss the other day, Mr. Daniel, and he was lamenting how that he lost a job worth over 9K USD dollars. And you know how he lost that? Because yes, he met the criteria for the job in cybersecurity. But at the point where they needed him to send his LinkedIn URL, he had not posted anything concerning that aspect of his life on LinkedIn. And so, for that reason, they did not pick him. If you do 9,000 USD multiplied by 1.15, I'm sure you know how much was lost, right? And so, it's very, very pertinent, very, very essential that we take, that we take this aspect of the training very, very serious. All right. So my job today is basically simple. How many of us have a LinkedIn account? How many of us have a LinkedIn account? Okay, let's do a poll. One. Yes, please raise up your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. How many of us don't? Please don't be shy. You raise up your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. All right. I wish I had time. This is 10:27. But yeah, let's just quickly flow through. So the basics of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very simple, just like creating, but all of us here are on Facebook. Okay. I thought there was somebody that would say they are not on Facebook. You are not on Facebook. But you're on no, you are not. But you're not active. There are two different things, but you're on Facebook. All right, okay. Hello. Please let's flow through. So the first thing you want to do is very, very easy to create. All right. I may not have the luxury of time to take us through that process. All you need to do is go to linkedin.com and you create the an account. Now there are basic things you want to take cognizance of. Please, let's try as much as possible to be attentive. The first thing is your name. It's not like to go where you have fine boy fizzy, fine. No. Once people begin to see all those things, they just see you as someone who is not serious. So your first name and your last name, that's all. Yes, please. Yes, you have. Have you not been sending? Have you the one for Wednesday? Have you not gotten them? No, of course. All our materials will be sent to you. So again, your the first thing you want to take cognizance of is your names. Your first name and your last name. That's fair enough. And then the next thing is your location. Of course, you want to be able to. Please inform them. So if you're in Port Harcourt or you're in Lagos, and probably, you want to put your location so that if the job you're actually applying for is a role in Port Harcourt, and then because your location is already saying you're in Port Harcourt, you've already passed the location stage. But if you're someone who probably you're not around, and the job is an on-site role, and they are saying they need people in Port Harcourt, and your own location is saying Lagos, of course, they've knocked you out already from the poll. All right, so location is very, very important. All right, I know this changed recently. I used to be in Lagos for the most part of 2020 through 2023, 24. So it was Lagos. And majority of the roles I was applying for were Lagos based. And it also has a way of filtering the roles to your specific location. All right. And so the next thing you want to look at is the industry. So in your profile part, which would, when we go into the practicals with my system, I will have to open my account so we see all of these things. You should be able to select the industry If you're in data analytics, you go for data analytics. If you're for cybersecurity. So the reason is all of these things work like an algorithm. And so by the time you optimize each of these things, your location, your industry, and what have you, you begin to see things that concern your niche. Right? So it's very essential that you have some of these basic things, sorted out. And then the next thing you want to have is a professional picture. Please, emphasis on professional picture. Not the one you are holding somebody or you are, I mean, there's no other definition apart from professional. If you have to wear, you may not necessarily wear a tie or something, but it should look good. And it should be a headshot, please. Little headroom, and then from your shoulder and upwards. That's fine. We don't need a full picture. Nobody wants to see how tall or short you are. It's a profile picture. All right. And so I wrote here that profiles with photos are 21 times more likely to get views. All right. And so the next thing you want to go ahead to include is a headline. A headline is they are just short phrases that summarizes all you do. And for me here, you can see what I have. God first. It already tells you that this guy is a Christian. And then I went ahead to say business analyst. It tells you that this guy is into business analytics. And then I went ahead to say, okay, I'm an advocate for data ethics, data policies, data culture, and data security. That's all. So your headline should just be a short, phrases that summarizes all that you do. Probably you are a cybersecurity student. Now, you can go on LinkedIn and say, hey, for your headline, you can have cybersecurity intern, cybersecurity student. But something should be there that relates to what you actually do. All right. And then, sorry. Okay. Okay. I think I'd love to, at this point, sorry. Go practical a bit. Okay. All right. So this is for me. I'm just going to let me click on. So when you are on your account, this is the part where you have to edit. You can, once you click on this pencil here, you have the opportunity to edit your headline information. This is where you have that, you can actually make all of those edits. And then for the industry, like I had made mention of, for me, the industry where I find myself is IT services and consulting. And then you also have where you can insert your education, your location, the city, and all of that. All right. So let's go back to my slides. And then the next thing we want to look at is the summary or your about section. So Remember, we spoke about headlines. The headlines is just, I said, they are little phrases that summarizes all you do. However, you also have an opportunity to now start speaking all the plenty language English you have about like narrating the entire story. And you can do that on the About section page. And I know it's been a while I changed mine, but let's see. Alt tab. Okay. So if I scroll down to where are you? Okay, I think it should be here. Let's see. Now my screen is very easy. I'm trying. Okay, yeah. So on the About section, again, I can click. And you see this is where you can write as much as you want to actually write on. People should allow him now. Allow him. So yeah, you have about 2,600 words you can, include on your About section. So here you can start saying, okay, this is what I did, da da da, blah blah blah, and all of that. And then your skills as well. You can add skills. If you're into cybersecurity, all you need to do is come to where you have add skills, and then you can start typing, say cybersecurity. You can see it here. Or if it is somebody said digital marketing. Let me see. So digital, good. You can see it here. Digital. So you need to actually select this. Now, in the next couple of slides, I'll show you why this is necessary. So LinkedIn has an option for endorsing. You know, when election wants to come up, and then a particular candidate will go and meet a godfather and say, "Please, I want you to endorse me," so that his followers would see you as the candidate, right? That still plays here on LinkedIn. You can tell your friends to actually endorse a skill that you have. And what that means is when you are being endorsed, their own friends, people around you, would see that, yes, this guy actually knows his onions, because people are now beginning to endorse your skill. All right. So it's very essential that you actually fill in, the skill session. If you are a caterer, put it there. If you know how to polish shoe very well, put it there. And then so that people can, endorse where necessary. All right. So just skip this. And then you can see here that still on your profile, you can see you have the top skills session as well. So all of those things you have selected, they begin to show here. So when recruiters just click on your link, all of these things, gets to be seen. And like you can see here, for the past 7 days, I've had 130 profile views. And by the way, I don't think I've actually reduced the way I post on LinkedIn, because at some points, I think I have gotten to a stage where I don't necessarily need any more distraction. When I mean distraction, I don't need more jobs at the now. So all of those consistent posting I was doing back then, I necessarily do not do them anymore. But for you as a newbie, by all means, if you can push 10 posts a day, please. Then I used to have a calendar. I'll post in the morning, I'll post in the afternoon, I'll post in the evening. I was making it a duty because it is all of these things that build that trust with your employers. Okay, so this person has been consistent. He started in 2020. He has done this, he has done this, he has done that. You know, it builds that level of confidence that this guy, what he says he's doing, he's actually doing. And like I said, at this stage now, what I do is, since I have taught people and they are the ones now posting, so all I do is repost, because when they post, they tag me that just Mr. Nosada did this one. So once I repost that, it also, goes across board. And then I'm sure for those of us who may have an idea of social media, you would understand what post impressions means. It means that post impressions means your posts have been shown in the faces of 119 persons in the past 7 days. Again, you see why it is very essential you do this consistent posting. Okay, so let's go back to my slides. Let's see. Yeah, I think I've touched a bit of experience and education. So you want to list, you say you went to school, you're a graduate, put it there. If you've done your MSc too, still put it there. If it's PhD you have done, put all of them there. Now, the reason why I'm insisting that you put all of this, at the end, you see how that you necessarily don't need to create a CV anymore. From your LinkedIn profile, you can tell LinkedIn to draft a CV for you. And it generates that in just the click of a button. We would see that here. So that's why you need to actually fill in all of these necessary details. All right. Yeah, I talked about skills and endorsements. So you want to highlight relevant skills and ask connections to endorse them. And then you can also ask for recommendations. Of course, you are trying to start out now. You can still ask for recommendations. You can go to LinkedIn and look for my name. And then there's a part where you can actually ask, say, please, I need you to recommend me for a particular role. And of course, I can write a recommendation to you. And then recruiters, HRs, personnel who will be going through your profile, once they see such recommendations, of course, it will be a plus to you as an individual. All right. And so, okay, this is for me. This is the skills I had or I have as at the time this slide was prepared. And then this is the recommendation I was given by someone who I requested for. So as a person, you can request and you can also give recommendations to others. All right. And where's my mouse? So okay. Now, how do you expand your networks? How do you expand your network? Of course, you guys just starting out, probably you may just have one person following you or two persons, and all. But how do you increase that? It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. The first thing you want to try and do is look out for people who are gurus in your niche. When you do, LinkedIn gives you, I think it gives you about 5 or 6 customized message to people you don't know. So it means that you can reach out to 5 to 6 persons that you don't know from Adam before and message them. So you have about 5 to 6 in a month. So take, for example, you want to reach out to Tony Elumelu. You search for him on LinkedIn, and then you coin a message telling him what you do, how you do it, and what you want to do for him, probably. Please don't go to LinkedIn and start asking people for money. Please. Rather, look for something you can solve for them and reach out to them. That way, there cannot be an exchange for value for money. But if you just go and say, I see this is blah blah blah, no, they won't. So you need to come. What I usually would do is I can find a problem in that particular company. I see it as a problem, and then I reach out. And then I also give a possible solution and recommendation. That way it shows that this guy knows what he or she is doing. Right? So you want to leverage on personalized invites. And then LinkedIn also has this, like you have your WhatsApp groups. Right? And you want to join a WhatsApp group. Sorry. LinkedIn also has pockets of groups that you can actually join. And when you let's go
and did you put that soup this thing? Gave me back. Gave me 2 sack bags. But one is cold, Abby.
okay.
One has bottle inside. Bottle, yes.
So let's assume I want to join a group on LinkedIn. I want to assume I am a data analyst, and I want to search for groups that are associated with data analytics. All I need to do is come to the search, and say data analytics groups. And of course, for these ones, I think I have joined a good number of them already. But there are lots of them that you can, if I can also filter and say, okay, I want groups. And you can see different groups you can join. This one now has about 1 million members. Now, the good thing about joining groups like this is when you now have access, some of them, they may say, admin has to accept you, Don't worry, you'll still be accepted. When you eventually get accepted and posts are being made, by all means, comment on those posts. That's how to get seen. Even if you don't know what to comment, we use ChatGPT. How many of us use ChatGPT here? Good. Copy the content of their post. Go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please reply as, and then go there and comment. That's the way. You don't need to reinvent the wheel anymore. I do it. The message, so I know I need to reach out to this person, but I need to create a bit of relationship with this person. I won't first go to the person's DM. I'll go to his posts and begin to engage with his posts. By the time I've done it for like 2-3 months consistently, I now become glary to the person's face. So when I now go to the person's DM, my name is already registered on his face. My profile is already registered on the person. So it's easy for us to have a conversation. But if you just go to the person from, he doesn't know you from Adam, and then you want to start, for 99%, there's a 99% chance that you'll be ignored. Does it make sense? Good. So please, by all means, engage on posts. Engage on posts. And you know how these social media things work? They all work based on algorithms. There's this thing they say, what you feed grows, and what you starve dies. So when you continue, making those posts, those comments on all of those things, of course, you're also growing. You're not just growing your what's it called? You're growing your influence. You're also growing your capacity as well. All right. So another way you can do that is, there are various of LinkedIn events that you can also attend. LinkedIn events. So if we come back to where we were before,
I'll give you and come back to the.
I can filter this to events. So if there are events that are relating to data analytics, at the moment it's telling me there's no event, but let's see. I'm going to come here and say data analytics events. Now you can see this one comes here and saying careers in data, discover, this is by tomorrow 9:30 a.m. and it is free. There are some that could be paid, but I mean, at this level, you want to leverage on the ones that are free. There are a series of them that are very free. So leverage on all of these things. It's not just the knowledge you get from the class. You leverage on the events that are being organized on LinkedIn. The only thing you may be spending is your data. And as they make comments, you also put in your own words. That way, you're becoming a part of a community. And when somebody sees that, okay, this person is always commenting, this person is always attending our events, it's easy for somebody's name to be stuck on their head. All right. So the next one we want to look at is external sources. Yes, you can share your, how many of us here have shared that, this Temu link? Please be sharing, use the same way you share that your Temu link, where Temu said share to 20 persons to get free gifts. Please share this should be your new Temu link. Share your LinkedIn profile to as many persons as you can. It helps your growth. All right, because you are just starting out. Anything that would give you access to people, please, by all means, do so. All right. And so, in building your personal brand, you want to post original content. And when I mean by original content, does not rule out ChatGPT. Does not rule out ChatGPT. So yes, the content is your own, but you can use the help of ChatGPT to fine-tune it. In fact, for those of us in the data analytics class, when we meet, you'll notice that there's a fifth category of data analytics called cognitive analytics. And that's the aspect of where AI and the human comes together to run analysis, right? And so it is very, very okay. In fact, AI has come to stay. So it is very okay for you to reach out to your friend, ChatGPT, and tell it, my guy, Alpha, I want post to, but I'm stuck. Help me. And when it generates the content, by all means, please go and make the posts. Again, the idea is your own, but your friend has just helped you. So you want to focus on thoughts on industry trends. Yes, you're a cybersecurity student. Try and find out how does cybersecurity help Nigeria or help. So just try and focus on trends. What are people saying about cybersecurity in Nigeria or in the world? All right. Try and focus on all of those things to create content. You can even use ChatGPT to generate a 30-day challenge, a 30-day content posting idea for you. And you'll be surprised how it's going to create content. You can tell it on the first day, we're taught branding by Mr. Simeon Taiwo. This is what he said. On the second, on that same first day, you were taught digital marketing by engineer Njoku Chisum. This was what I learned. Let it draft all those things for you. And you see that you have a very good content for you to post. And then you can share articles with your insights as well. Share other people's content and give them credit. Please, emphasis on giving them credit. When you see a post you like, share. Also tell the person, let's assume you lifted from somewhere. Please, underneath it, ensure to also give them credit that it was copied from XYZ. There are two things. Yes, you're giving the person credit. You're also inviting the followers of that person to also view your own content. All right. And what happened? Then celebrating milestones. On Monday was your induction. Go on LinkedIn. Post there. I was just inducted into a tech skill. This is what I learned at Spilling High Tech Solution, blah, blah, blah. Go there and post it. When you get your first certification, go online, post it as well. When if it's a work anniversary, maybe you're 2 years at a company or something, go online and post it. People are actually carried with emotions. You will notice that the post you make when you're trying to celebrate something, it has more likes and views compared to when you just post a random post. Because people are carried with what? Emotions. People want to feel. So by all means, please go ahead and celebrate your milestones, certificates, anniversaries, and what have you. All right. And then please engage with posts by liking. We've talked about this before. Like posts, comment on them, and then reshare with added value if needs be. And then there's one part here that I wrote that on LinkedIn, timing matters. Timing. In fact, not just LinkedIn, on social media, timing matters. And especially on LinkedIn, where on a Monday morning where people are struggling to go to work, trying to meet traffic and all. Yeah, you now say that's when you want to go and make your post by 7 a.m. You'll get few likes or few comments. But when people are a bit relaxed during lunchtime, when people have the time to now flip through their phones, maybe around 12, 1, you can make a post. And so people who are probably your friends or your followers, as the case may be, they can actually, get to see those posts and all of that. All right. And then we have job hunting. Job hunting on LinkedIn. So you can actually search for jobs on LinkedIn. And let's try to do. So let's say I want to search for okay, I've used data analytics a while. Let me use UI UX jobs. So I can filter this to jobs, And let's see what we have. Yeah. What happened? Okay. So let me take off. I don't want to have any location. I don't need location. So let's try. Okay. So you can see it has filtered. This is AI graphic designer, Ignite Tech, remote $60K per year. LMS and SharePoint specialist, junior UX designer, product owner, blah, blah, blah. So you can actually leverage on LinkedIn, no matter the track you are on, if it is full stack, if it is cybersecurity, digital marketing, all you just need to do is come here and search for the particular track. And then, but if you want to be specific to a particular location, then you can insert the location here. But if you want it, across the world, please take off the location so that you have, the what's it called? The jobs so that you can choose from wherever you want to, you want to choose. Okay. And then as a beginner, please, by all means, see this open to work badge. Enable it on your profile. And where do you see that? It's going to be on your profile. Let me just close this. If I go to my account here, on view profile, so I want to try and change my picture. Once you click on this pencil here, you would see, so this is what I want. What's to do here? Edit cover page. Okay, yeah. When you click on the profile picture, yeah, this is where you have this guy. Under frames, you have the open to work badge. Open to work. So when recruiters are actually trying to look for or poach techies, and then they see that badge there, it shows that this person is actually actively searching for roles. And then they can sorry, Chief, are you recording? I was wondering the way the phone was, because we are still recording here. Recording twice does not make. So yeah, if I click on this now, you can see this is how the badge would look, open to work. Or if maybe I'm the HR who is trying to hire. If I click on this, it shows the hiring badge. However, I don't think I need any of them now. So I'll go back to original, and then I can apply. All right. So are you sure you want to do blah 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 on this card? Close. Okay. So let's see what else do we have on the slide. Cold mailing. So cold mailing will still be the same as sending personalized mails, personalized messages. However, some of the persons you are trying to reach out to, you can see their email on their profile. You can just copy the mail there and then go ahead to cold mail them. So cold mailing means you're just trying to pitch yourself to them. You don't know them from Adam. And you are hopeful that at the end of after they have read your big grammar, they may want to, accept you. So you can leverage on that. And then referrals, reach out to connections for advice or introductions. After this class now, majority of you could actually send recommendations messages to me on LinkedIn. And of course, it won't take anything for me to, write. You don't understand which one? You don't understand code mailing. Okay, so code mailing is me writing a mail to somebody I don't know, pitching to them what I can do and how I can be of use to them. Yeah. The other one was personalized messages. That's you writing the messages on their DM on LinkedIn or so. But this one now, after you have gotten their email, you can go write them a proper mail on and send them an email. All right. Are we following? So one good thing about LinkedIn as well is the advanced features. Advanced features. LinkedIn is also like a school, just like YouTube, where you can actually get courses you can learn through. All right. And let's say I want to probably learn something around cyber security. No, I didn't put G in my learning. Yes, please. That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So learn more. Let's see. Okay. So you have, this is the LinkedIn Learning. It's like although some of the courses may be paid, some of them are free and all of that, but you can actually leverage on series of courses that you can get to learn from the LinkedIn Learning. And all you just need to do is learning.linkedin.com. Learning.linkedin.com. And if you're in the cybersecurity track or data analytics or web, WordPress, whichever one, there are several resources you can actually make use of from the LinkedIn Learning. All right, so it's one you actually want to play around with when you have the opportunity. Okay, so moving back. So the next thing we want to quickly look at is the analytics of LinkedIn. And if I scroll down here, I know I made mention of this here while I was trying to explain the whole profile thing. You'd see that it's telling me that about 130 persons have viewed my profile in the past 7 days. All right. And when I click on it, let's see. Well, it's telling me that 11 of them work at Feeling High Tech, 2 work at this, so it gives you that bit of, you can know the people who have viewed your profile. So let's say you actually checked for, you applied for a role in a company and the person came to, check you out. 2 months ago, we were enrolling for a role in the office, And because I also lead the HR team, when I got the CV, the first thing I did was to come to LinkedIn to search for those guys. And there was one I saw, well, it really did not show what I was looking for. So automatically I just snubbed that person out. Because it wasn't worth me calling to, it wasn't worth it at all. Because I cannot be asking for a social media marketer and what I'm seeing is relating to health, and nah, it did not make any sense to me. All right, so that's a major reason why whatever you do, you want to keep on updating consistently, keep on updating. All right, so if I go back to if I click on this show all analytics, let's see. So it's telling me that for the past 7 days, my post impressions have dropped to 27%. Like I said, for the most part, 3 to 6 months back, the way I post have actually reduced, right? And so that's why it's telling me that my post impressions have actually reduced for about 27%. However, 119 is still a good number, right? And then it's telling me that, okay, yes, my followers has also increased about 0.2%. And then I've appeared in the previous week, I've appeared about 16 times when people search for things. Maybe somebody has searched for data analytics in Port Harcourt, and my name has popped up. All right. So you want to actually go through some of these things. Here it's giving you suggestions as to how to also gain audience. It's telling you, you can start a post, comment on the field, and then there are creator tools as well. You have opportunity to also do LinkedIn Live. You can also create newsletters. All right. So all of those things are at your beck and call when you leverage on LinkedIn. Now you see why LinkedIn is like a universal professional portfolio site for techies. All right. And so let's quickly look at common mistakes to avoid. Common mistakes to avoid. Number 1, incomplete profiles. Incomplete profiles. So you want to avoid profile missing details like summaries or skills. Like I said, a profile that has a profile picture is likely to get seen 22 times more likely than a profile without a picture. So you want to leverage on all of these little things. And then secondly, unprofessional behavior. By all means, avoid casual language. LinkedIn is not a place where you want to write before. You're not writing B and 4. Some of you that used to do shorthand, instead of writing TO as to, you'll be writing 2. Right? No, by all means, like I said, I've given you a hack already. Leverage on ChatGPT. You necessarily do not have to do everything all by yourself. Leverage on ChatGPT to help you. All right. So unprofessional behavior should actually be avoided. And then overposting or spamming. Yes, please.
You mentioned earlier that you do both often and often. Then how can you,
Too much of everything is bad.
like, in a day, like how many posts are you?
You can post at least maybe 4, 5, as much as. But so you don't start. If you want to do 10, you don't start. Today is the first day you have an account. That's the first day you want to post 10. No. Go do it gradually. You can start 1, you can start 2, you can start. So let there should be a sequence. It's not that you just bombard all at once. They will think you are what was this our brother's name? Yahoo boys. They will think you are a Yahoo boy. So please, by all means, try to avoid overposting or spamming. And then commenting or liking anything. The truth is, LinkedIn is a whistle blower. Anything you like or you comment on, LinkedIn has a way of telling everybody that Henry has liked something, or Henry has posted something. So if you go ahead to probably go like or comment on some adult content or just any random thing, it would tell everybody that see what this guy has liked though. Because it's trying to remember I told you it works based on algorithms. So that thing you have liked, it's assuming that your followers would also like such thing. So it will now suggest it to them that would you also want to like what this guy has liked before, right? So please, by all means, avoid commenting or liking on any random thing. And then one you must, if you don't avoid anything here, please avoid this last one. Visiting the app scarcely and not engaging. Please, by all means, because you are trying to start out, always visit the app. Like something, just let it be that you are there, you're showing up. Just by all means, just come up. Try your possible best to, to show up on, to show up on the app. Okay. So, back to and then I think I didn't talk about the cover page here, cover photo. So for this cover photo, that's this picture you can see here at the back. It's just a smaller picture of probably what you do. So persons just use text to just say data analyst, blah, blah, blah. And, so the cover picture has a certain dimension. So you can go to Google and search for dimension for a cover, LinkedIn cover picture. You can see it's in a small space. So whatever you are doing must be in that dimension. All right. And so I want to see if there's anything I'm missing out there. And then your profile language. I mean, of course, if you use you say you're from Egi, Abi? Ahoda. Yeah, maybe LinkedIn will have Ahoda, I don't know. So you can change the profile language if that's what you want, right? And then your public profile and URL. It's very essential you change this. By default, it comes with very long details here. So all you just need to do is change this guy and change it to a suiting. I said change now. Why did you? Make and control. No, I need them to change. Edit. No. It also give me room to edit. I'm not seeing that. We can I want to change it now. Okay, let me see. So I'm not sure why it's not giving me room to do that. But yeah, for if you're using a mobile device, I think you should also see that. So you need to change it to something relatable. Like for me, it's just www.linkedin.com and then my name. All right. And so we of viewers also viewed. Okay. And then you can see here, it's also showing me the people, I told you LinkedIn is a whistleblower. It's also showing me who your viewers also. So if you go ahead and view that thing you used to go and watch, if you go ahead and go and watch it, you come here and tell your people too. See what this guy has gone to watch. So so it's got so please be careful. That's what I can say. And then it also gives you room to also include your services. And so for me, my services basically are data entry, data reporting, business analytics, and da. And then you can have from your posts, you can generate the ones that you want to be featured at the top of your profile. All right. And so for me, I have a series of them here that I want, featured on my profile. So you can see if I click on show all featured items, let's see what we have there. So you have, these are some posts I made, right, on my, what's it called, on LinkedIn, and I have made them feature. So it means once you go to my profile, even though I posted them about 3-4 years ago, because I featured it on my profile, you would be seeing it, there. So that's that about it. And okay, so I think this is one of the all right. Oh, okay. And you want to show us something. So yeah, that's that about features. And moving on. And then your experience, please, by all means, includes all what you have done that is related to your niche. I know most of us, we are jack of all trades. But please, the one that has to do with the kind of roles you are applying for. Yes, you are a cook, you are a barber, you are a bricklayer, you are an engineer, do all of them. Just narrow it to only the ones you think you are applying for a role. You don't need to bunch everything on your LinkedIn profile. It's not necessary. All right. So you want to, as you can see, they are all, for me, everything has something to do around data analytics, trainings, and all. All right. So I think that's for, that's for education. And then when you gain, after your training, of course, you'll be given certifications. You can come here as well to include those certifications, those licenses. All right. It's a good way. So when people come to my profile now and they see all of these things, there are some credentials that gives room for ID. You can also include the ID there. So people can actually verify that, yes, this guy has done what he said he can do. Then for volunteering too, you can as well include your volunteering skills. And like I made mention, for recommendations, if I want somebody now to come here and give me a recommendation, I can, on received, I'll just need to click on the plus icon and then I'll ask for a recommendation. So once I ask for it, the person will get a notification that XYZ person is asking for a recommendation. And then it gives the person room to actually give the recommendations. And then you can also see the ones I have also given out. Some persons reached out to me that I should give out recommendations. Of course, I would also share the recommendations with them. All right. And then my interests, you can see the interests that I have, you would be seeing them all here on LinkedIn. And then I made mention that after you have done all of this, and then you want to get your CV, you don't need to start creating a CV again. All you need to do is from your LinkedIn profile here, you see where you have this icon here, the 3 eclipse here. Once I click on it, it says save to PDF. As I click on that, it's going to combine everything I have here as a PDF file. And I'm going to just save this here. And let's open that. And here you go. It's telling me I have about 10 pages of CV. All right. So all the things you have inserted on LinkedIn, it has brought all of them here as your CV. And you can see it is arranging them the same way you arrange them on LinkedIn. Again, this is the reason why LinkedIn beats every other portfolio site. Do we have any question? Go ahead. When you say verified, no, it doesn't have to be verified. For me now, I'm not verified. And the reason I am not verified is because the process of verification is a very tedious one. It's requesting me to get my use the chip on my what's this thing called? Yeah, my passport, international passport. But whenever I scan through, it's not working. So I'm not sure why. So I have left it for them. So yeah, any question? Yeah.
Concerning the optimized personalized messages, you can send on LinkedIn. Since about 3 to 6 messages that I'm sent to random people.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if maybe you have an opportunity to send a message to a particular person. Would the message just be once, like after you are done sending a particular message, can you send something else to the person?
Until the person accepts that one.
Or
Yeah.
while sending the message, can you attach the evidence of that?
Not necessarily. Okay, so let's try to. Which random person do I reach out to now? I'll look for you. Let me try this guy. Okay, so it's not giving me that. Let me see. There used to be a part where it tells you free message. Okay. So it's telling me I have a free message. So let me ask it why I have free message, because usually it should tell me that, hey, you just have about okay, so it says the open profile premium feature allows anyone on LinkedIn to contact a premium member. Okay, because Elumelu is a premium member, so that's why it's saying I have it. But there are specific persons that you won't be able to just send them random messages like that. So in that instance, you'll be limited to the kind of message you actually send them, pending when they accept. Yeah, any question? Yes, please.
For instance, data analysis, they are not connected what they do. And the profile is active, although it's not been posting. And you just completed this class and you want to, or let me say for instance, you want to start your journey doing freelancing and you're already putting the data analysis thing. What if you're contacted for a job and you don't know what to do?
The person who is contacting you should have seen intent there. So the person will not be giving you a role for an expert.
So is it advisable to continue that same profile with the new?
Yeah. So you now need to make a post telling everyone that, hello, I am now transitioning into the data analytics sphere or space. Right. So you now need to tell the person, tell LinkedIn that you're exactly. So with that, it resonates with people. Yes, please go ahead.
My question is, what if maybe I had the LinkedIn account that I didn't really have any direction, I was just posting random stuff and I was using my full name. Then I lost the account. Now that because of this class, I decided to create
A new one.
account using that same name.
Mhm.
Now, when maybe someone wants to check on your LinkedIn, search for that name and the person will see my other
You can delete an account.
I don't have access to.
Okay, you no longer have access to it. Hmm. Well, now you have to go and settle with your village people. because there's nothing I can you can do really on that one. Because when as long as it's the same name, when people search for that name, the old one will also pop up. So, and now that you don't have access to it, it's difficult to actually, except you now have to now consistently make this one. So yes, make this one more active. Or as somebody suggesting, you also add a different name to the new one. Or maybe in brackets, you can put this is the real one. Oh. The initial, right? Okay. Yes, I saw a hand at the back. Sorry. Yes, please. Yeah.
I mean, basically, the people like maybe involved in handling political I have an account on YouTube as purely professional, maybe learning guests or that. As a recruiter, do I need to go back and start fixing my Twitter account, for example, creating profiles and all that?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But there have been instances where I don't know which of the brands, whether it was Zenith Bank or so, they were trying to reach out, they were trying to hire some set of persons. And then they went to this person's Facebook profile. And they went as far as 5 years ago, where Zenith Bank did something about that. The Zenith Bank overcharged the person or something, and the person went on social media to go and vent. And then the person was like, "What kind of Zenith Bank is this?" Blah blah blah. The person lost that. The person lost that opportunity. So yes, we are trying to. You have an account for people are looking for, because as you are applying, several other persons are applying. And I'm speaking as from the HR perspective, we are looking for how to knock people off. So that one may be your own way of knocking you off. Right? So as much as possible, you just want to, there should be no spider or cobwebs in your cupboard, literally. So yes, you have a personal life there. It's good. You're a political person, good. If the recruiter is somebody who is fine with having somebody who is conversant with the politics world, all good and fine. Yeah. Yes, please.
In regards to his wisdom,
Yeah.
it's very important that treated the way that you will understand you.
Okay.
If you have to hire me,
Yeah.
and then my LinkedIn profile has given you all you wanted,
Mm.
and then you go into my Facebook,
Yeah.
and then you are not seeing a different thing. You will not hire me, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we repair such a situation? Because it's an issue. I've seen a situation whereby what you just explained during the Jonathan game.
Yeah.
He wanted to hire somebody close to him.
Mm.
But then something happened in the country that this man made some statement on Facebook. The person that the HR that was supposed to help him to undergo the process logged into his Facebook.
Mm.
But I was searching his profile. One some things that he was saying then. Then that made the guy to lose the job.
Okay.
In this situation, how do we repair it? Because there must be a way out.
In this same situation.
Yeah.
Like you said, the LinkedIn is like a professional profile. And as a business person, my Facebook handle is my business page. Now, in this case, how do you relate it?
Now, having a business page on Facebook is totally different. I mean, it's understandable that that's what you do. That's what you do there. Yeah, right. Just like somebody like me now, I used to be into fabrics, and I post those things on Facebook. And somebody will not say because it's totally different. It's okay. But for your case, the when village people want to really no, but it's the truth. The only thing you can do is to probably delete. So that's the only thing. Yeah, you can delete what you have posted online before. You can delete what you have posted. Yeah, so there's little you may be able to do because you don't even know when it will happen. Right, so that's why even from the onset, you just want to meddle cautiously because you don't know this one you're saying now is the person. I'm not sure the person knew they were going to go check.
Let me say you are not a Christian before. You are not a Christian, and you live a life and you post them on Facebook and do all manner of things. Presently, you are now born again, and then people are now judging you based on that previous life. How does it?
So you may need to go and create another account or do something because that one it has happened. So maybe you also be praying that another HR that likes that kind of lifestyle would select. Yeah, sorry, let me get the mic for you so those online can hear. Yeah.
Please, as a recruiter, when recruiting somebody for any role, is it a must for the person to have a LinkedIn profile before you can consider them?
In most cases, it is more or less compulsory as long as it's a tech role.
Oh,
yeah, as long as it's a tech role. And most times, even when it's not a tech role, people want to know who they're actually working with.
well, your CV does not say enough already.
Your CV only tells you what you said you can do. But this other one shows what you have actually done.
Okay.
Right. So if I can go to Choba Junction and tell those computer guys to draft out anything for me. Right. But the profile actually, because your LinkedIn now, it all comes with pictures. There are pictures showing that you actually did what you said you do. So that's why it's that way.
It's a plus.
Yeah, it's a plus to yeah.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, any other question?
Not really a question, sir.
Sorry, hold on.
So I want to ask the connect icon,
The what?
connect icon, when you see does that mean you're following them? What does
Yeah,
it
you're
mean?
trying to connect to them, create a connection with
Create a
them. Yeah,
connection,
Yeah.
okay.
Concerning what everybody have been saying about having a bad account and how to rectify it. I think this class has been an eye opener to know that there are some things you will do online that will jeopardize the opportunity in
Exactly.
future. So what I will urge everybody to do is, if you know you have such account, this is a very good time to go and
Go and delete it.
just delete it. So you stand a better opportunity in future. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so when you were introducing yourself, you said you were nominated as Data Voice in 2017.
Yeah.
What were you posting during that time? Like,
Data analytics related
what
concepts.
exactly?
Yeah,
Write-ups.
yeah, write-ups, blogs, articles. You can create articles as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
How do I write mine?
as it was.
As a new being in this tech, how do I write like intent? How do we write it?
Right, what exactly?
In my bio now,
Okay.
just like how you wrote data analysis,
Yeah.
business analysis.
Yeah, so you can
write it as a new being.
you can go ahead to write.
I'm in stack web.
I'm a full stack web intern or student
Okay.
at Spilling High Tech Solutions. Yes, you are free to use Spilling High Tech Solutions as that you're doing a 6-month internship here.
Oh.
What do interns do is not to learn, and that's what you are doing here. So please go ahead. You can use it to use there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've heard when people say people who use the open to work badge that they look desperate and they don't want to hire someone that looks
Nigeria, you are desperate.
So
You are. You need that job. You need the job. So by all means, please. It won't take anything. Anything is good. Yes, please. Any other question? Yeah.
Your home page, you're not using the free premium trial
For
for your account.
they want me, you still put your what's it called? Your bank, your card,
ATM,
your
your
card.
cards.
So the day the free this thing expires, what happened?
And the person have to be conscious of this.
So me, I don't want to. I don't want to go that route.
Okay, sorry. In a situation whereby, okay, John started a career in QKC and he was going, and something happened that maybe the career no longer, he's not finding any interest, and he wants to switch to tech now, and he has all his activities there on his page. What would be your advice?
That's what I'm saying. So there should be a post sort of that says, I am currently I'm no longer doing this. I'm
Okay.
transitioning. So that would be the yes, you need to.
Does LinkedIn has something like a rating?
Rating.
Yes, like beginners, newbies, yes.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Like, do they have ratings like for people that just started, people that are into it, and experts? Do they show it? Yes, like
Really, they don't. But rather, you'd have to be the one to put on your profile that you are an intern or you are an expert
Okay.
or you're an advocate. So necessarily does not have that rate scale. No, it doesn't have.
Okay.
Doesn't have that.
Thank you.
Doesn't have that. Yeah. So, any other question? Hope we enjoyed today's class. Right. And yes, please. Okay. And no worries, you will be given access soon. We're working on it. Yes, you have a question. Yeah. Sorry. Curriculum vitae. Abi? Curriculum. So it's your CV shows it's you saying this is what you can do. Information about yourself. Right. However, your portfolio shows that that thing you say you can do, you actually did it. Right. Yeah. That's what CV is.
That's whether you have a CV.
No way. Okay, so somebody is asking a question online. The person said, how do we merge two or more career paths in one LinkedIn profile? For example, I am an electrical engineer by education. I'm also practicing. I'm transitioning into full stack web development. So it's very simple. On your profile, nothing stops you from, in the last set, I had a student who is a practicing medical doctor, but she came in for data analytics. So on your profile, on your bio, tell them, I am a practicing medical doctor who is into data analytics. Simple. That solves the problem of whoever is trying to ask, you know. So it's even a plus for you. It's even a plus for you as someone who is into health and who is a data analytics person. So there's an aspect of data analytics that has to do with healthcare data analytics. So if they are looking for people who fit into that role, you will be the go-to guy. Yes, you wanted to say something. Posting about, so now when posting, always try to look for a junction where two of them meet. So you want to, as the doctor, as somebody who is the person who is the doctor now, when you're trying to post about the healthcare clinic, look for a point where, okay, based on this, I think where data analytics come into play. So always marry the two of them in your post. It gives you an edge. So if they are looking for somebody who is just maybe a medical doctor, they may pick you because you have two, you know, the both of them. So, yes.
Someone has different profession, they don't stand just like women. Have this that.
Like what? Give example.
Like now, the medical record officer.
Mhm.
And also fashion. And this is the thing that you're like, so how do you let the audience know that you are professional?
So your fashion design, you may not necessarily focus on that one for LinkedIn. You may not remember LinkedIn, we said, is a professional network platform. Yes, please. Please, yeah, she has a point, please. She has a point, and it's very valid. However, so you will be the ones to make that decision now. Which one do you want to put preference more? Give more preference. You already have people who are buying from you locally, right? So it may not make more sense to now include it in, maybe there may be a way where you say you're in full stack. So you can use full stack. Say you created a fashion design website. There's a point. There's no how you tell me there's no way two of them, they don't marry. So you can build a website. Say, with my knowledge of fashion design, I was able to create this website that does this. People don't necessarily need to come to my office. They can book online, blah, blah, blah. And so there's a way they can marry. Which,
like, to open it.
no, please maintain one. To govern that one, you may not even be able to have the time to manage than creating multiple but you can actually create business channels or something. Yes, please. Look for a way to marry them. It will be best.
Like in state talent. Know that even in the oil in the health sector, you don't wait up to. Now, for me that are very professional marketers, I also
Health data.
analyze data from the health sector and also analyze data for the facilities.
Shooting yourself in the leg. Now, here's the thing. There are different terminologies for the respective fields. So for the oil and gas guy, you're talking about data that concerns the gas pipeline and all of those things. For the health person, you're talking about patient data. So you may be shooting yourself in the leg at the end. So just pick one. That's where you now come in as a business analytic, as a business analyst. A data analyst is generic. But when you now want to focus on one niche, right, and then you now need to actually pick one to go, except you're transitioning from one to the other. So, yeah. Yes, please.
I was a seminar and said that, they said that, I thought supposed to be using a CV. Better to use the website. I want to know the difference between.
What's the difference? Me, I don't know. But don't worry. Okay, you've asked your question. Let's ask Google. Me, I don't know. What's the difference between CV and resume?
Yeah, prepare to be.
Eh? Okay. Oh. Sorry, please. Hello. Let's look at what Google said, though. So it said a CV is a comprehensive document detailing your entire academic and professional history, while a resume is a concise document highlighting your most relevant skills. So for a specific job, good. So a CV may contain all the things you have been doing from time immemorial, but for a resume is the most relevant skills. So if you're applying for, hello, I asked before, nobody answered. Now you want to. So if you're applying for a data analyst, what you want to be sending is a resume. So it's now specific with the most relevant skills for that particular job. So, yeah. So I have 6 more minutes. Any other question? All right, so in the absence, yes, you want to? Yeah.
Yesterday we were talking about portfolio.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you were talking about portfolios and how to make a build up your portfolio. Now you have a portfolio, you necessarily need to be on LinkedIn profile.
So it may not necessarily be on LinkedIn profile, but the most accessible one is LinkedIn. The most widely used is LinkedIn. So why not have one? All right. Because if we are being fair and honest, LinkedIn to me is the question from Overflow. The sorry, Cletus. This Zoom, people online can't hear. They can hear now. Okay. All right. So LinkedIn is like in fact, there is no HR portal or job you would apply for that they will not request for LinkedIn profile. Then underneath, you will not see, in some cases, so you will not see, do you have other portfolio? So it shows that LinkedIn is like the number one. So why not have one? Yes, please, your question, ma'am. Good morning. Yeah.
My question is, on this LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and when we want to open a living account, and you know it is about job, I'm also telling them what you have done based on your profession. Like now, as someone studying chemicals to petrochemical engineer, and because of the country we find ourselves in, the only time you could have access to engineering, to industry, oil industry, is your time of IT when you were in when you were in university. Then after that time, don't have any access to oil industry to really practice what you have studied in school. Now, when you want to open a LinkedIn profile account, and today this opportunity has come that we are training on analytics course.
Yeah.
So now, how will you coordinate it, as in to really tell them that this is who you are, and this is what you can be able to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to oil and gas sector?
It's not possible because of
Then leave that guy. Focus on the data analytics.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm
But if you want to focus back, so you now need to start looking forward to becoming an oil and gas data analyst. Then that means you now need to actually position yourself to be able to capture the oil and gas, because what the marketing analyst would be analyzing, the kind of data he would be analyzing, is totally different from what you would be analyzing. So it will now be your own due diligence to go and actually read up and understand how the oil and gas data work through. Yes. You're welcome. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is me saying thank you for being good students, and thank you for listening. So what? Sure. Why not? Yes, please.